Sorry, I didn't mean to attack you like that in the title, but I felt like you needed to hear it, alright? If you find yourself going to the gym relatively consistently, but you're still not seeing the strength gains that you think you deserve, then one of these 6 reasons may apply to you. Number 1, you don't plan your sessions. You need to have a plan of exactly what you're going to be doing in a given session before you set foot in the gym. And I don't mean just which exercises you're doing, I mean what order are they in, how many sets are you doing, how hard is each set going to be, how many reps of each set, and how much rest in between. You need to be precise with your intentions and actions, otherwise you're not going to be making the most out of your time. Number 2, you don't keep a log of your key lifts. So you need to be keeping a log of 4 major things. What exercise did you do? How much weight did you lift? How many reps did you do, and how did it feel? This way you can have a record of what you've done previously and where you're at currently. When I say how hard is it, the best way to quantify this is using the RPE scale. RPE stands for rating of perceived exertion, and it's a linear scale from 1 to 10 to assess how hard you're working. So if someone held a gun to your head and said bench press 60 kilos, how many reps could you get? Say you got 10 reps of this, that would be RPE 10 because that's the most you could do before you failed. Up! Then on another given day, if you went and did 7 reps of that same weight, that would be an RPE 7 because you would be leaving 3 reps in reserve. Now, depending on your muscular endurance, if you then did a second set with the same weight, maybe that second set would be an RPE 8, 9 or 10 depending on how fatigued you are. It's essentially a count of, like I said, how hard you're working and how many reps you've got in reserve. So piecing tips 1 and 2 together, here's an example of what your thought process should be going into every single session. So if I'm going into a push session, I know my first exercise today is going to be a flat barbell press, for example. I'm going to be doing 4 sets of the same weight. Last week that weight was 35 kgs, let's say, and I got 8 reps in the first set, 8 in the second, 7 in the third and 7 in the fourth. Today therefore I'm going to be going for 8, 8, 8, 7 across the 4 sets. So the first set's going to be hopefully an RPE of around 8, the second set will be an RPE of about 9, then third will be a 10 and the fourth will be a 10. Maybe it will be a good week and you'll get more reps than you anticipated, or maybe it'll be a bad week and you get less, but at least this way you know how hard you're working and you know where you were last time so that you can build on it week after week. So in light of what I just said, it's important not to put weight above form in terms of what's most important. There will be points where you're right on the limit with correct form in order to break through a strength plateau, and that's fine. However, you don't build a house on poor foundations, so in the same vein you're not going to be putting more and more weight on the bar if your form isn't locked in to start with. Good form gives you exponentially better results because A, you're less likely to get injured, so you're going to have less time off, and B, the targeted muscle is going to be under more tension anyway, so you're going to build more muscle that way. Point number 4, you're not training consistently enough. So depending on the length and intensity of your sessions, for most people about 4 to 5 times a week is the optimal amount to train. Then with a deload week, roughly every 10 weeks. Every time you take an unplanned few days off or a week off, you're going to reset yourself back to where you were last time and find you just spinning your wheels trying to lift the same amount of weight over and over again because of that lack of consistency. Point number 5, your nutrition. Are you eating healthily, hitting your macros and hitting your calories every single day? If you're trying to get stronger, then unless you have a high body fat percentage to start with, you need to be eating in a calorie surplus of around 200 to 500 calories a day, and that should be every single day without fail. I had a 2-year period when I was at my most committed where I only missed my calories if I was on holiday. Otherwise I hit them pretty much consistently every single day, so that's around 700 out of 720 days of consistency. That's the kind of numbers you want to be striving for.
Like three, four times maybe. I gotta pump those numbers up. Those are rookie numbers in this racket.
Then number 6 is your sleep. Are you doing everything you can to maximize your sleep? The amount you need varies person to person, but the amount that I need is about 8 to 9 hours sleep on a training day if I'm going to get my optimal recovery. If you're trying to train hard while just having 6 hours sleep a day, this is going to have multiple negative effects, with the main ones being suboptimal hormone regulation, suboptimal muscle recovery, less energy and therefore less strength. So in summary, these 6 things in my opinion are the most fundamental aspects of building strength and muscle that are commonly overlooked. Hopefully you can identify a couple of areas that you could be doing better in and then target those specifically. And then once you've got all of these locked down, your strength and size gains are going to come along a lot easier. Thank you very much for watching. Please drop me a thumbs up if you found it useful and comment any questions and I'll definitely respond to them all. Good luck getting massive and I'll see you next time.